Hey, I'm Dave Rat, and today I got a fun video. I'm going to talk about the Lexicon PCM60. When I first got one, late 80s I believe it was, I was just so excited. Wow, it just sounded, it was the go-to reverb. I've been using some other stuff on the market, but this just had the ability to bring that snare and those toms and make them thick, and it was super fast. You could punch. There's plate and a room, and then small green, yellow, orange, red, going from small to large, and green, yellow, orange, red, going from short to long, and then a bass roll off and a treble roll off, and a bypass. So pretty simple stuff. Out of those combinations, you can get a bunch of different sounds. I toured with it for quite a while. And then Lexicon started putting out some newer units. They came out with the PCM91, which actually had a PCM60 emulator in it. And the PCM60s were getting old, had to maintain them. They saw a lot of wear and tear. And I was super excited starting up a tour. I went and got a PCM91, got that emulator, went out and started doing shows. And a little ways in, I just could not get the sound I was looking for. It seemed right. It just wasn't working for me. And as soon as possible, I went back and got an actual PCM60, and boom, there was the sound. So it got me curious. What was it? What was wrong with the emulator? What was it that was causing the emulator not to give me the sound I was looking for? And I put them side by side, and sure enough, they sound really similar. I mean, close enough to where, who cares? It's for what I'm doing. You know, I'm not looking for absolute perfection, and it was hard to hear the difference. But the 60 was giving me a sound that was drastically better. I started paying attention, and I found out why. It's not always how we do things right, but it's how we do things wrong that sometimes gives us the desired sounds or the desired outcome we're looking for. Guitar distortion, tube amp distortion, guitar feedback, flanging and phasing, and these are all side effects of doing things wrong that have become desirable sounds that people and the whole industry embraces depending on the music type. So I'm going to do a demo of the PCM60 and show you how to get the sounds out of there that I find desirable, and why I believe this unit is so popular and better than the emulators. And also something to think about with plugins too. I mean, if the plugins are emulating the actual sound, but are they emulating the real world usage where we might not be doing things as the manufacturer intended? So I've got a snare drum sample, just repeating every couple, 3 seconds or so. And it's run into this console. It's wired into 2 channels. If I bring that up and bring this up, we should be able to hear it. I'm going to put these headphones on so I can hear what you're hearing. And you should just hear Ludwig snare drum. And what I'm going to do is we'll put this in a room sound, yellow, orange, and I will turn on the reverb return. It's pretty big. Let's go ahead and listen to a few. Yellow, yellow. It's room, yellow, yellow. Plate, yellow, yellow. And plate, yellow, orange. Plate, yellow, red. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to overload the input of the unit, and I'm going to show you the same sound. So we'll do, let's say, a plate, yellow, orange, and then I'll put up plate, yellow, orange, and I've got this set up with 2 return channels. I've got 2 different sends, so I'm going to mute so that it drives the unit harder off of the other channel, and it returned back. So it should be similar in levels. We're just kind of running hotter into the unit and then turning it down afterwards. So. All right, that was a plate. I'll do a room yellow, room orange yellow. Same thing. We'll start with the and let's do one more. Let's do like a plate green orange. And we'll do this. All right, you should be able to hear that. One of them sounds kind of like a reverby room, and the other sounds like a reverby room with a bunch of crunch. And that crunch is overloading this front end in order to get it. And without overloading the front end, you're limited to only half the abilities, half the sounds that this thing's capable of making. And the more you overload it, the more you get. The less you overload it, the less you get. So you have this ability to transition between this kind of more natural into super crunchy by the front end overdrive. All right, that's why I think this unit is not only good for its normal sounds, but I think that that's really the dynamic where you can get the unique beauty out of PCM60. Extremely powerful and a very simple package. And if I had one reverb to carry with me, that'd be it. All right, fun. I'll have some more gear hacks as well. I got one for a DBX subharmonic synth. And maybe I'll do another one on the PCM60 too, because I use it for another type of effect as well. Cool. And I'll do more soon.